There's something deeply powerful that happens when we decide to show up for ourselves, for real. Not just thinking about it. Not talking about it. But actually committing to the action. The 90-day rule is more than a catchy framework for self-improvement. It's a reset. A way to reclaim your momentum. A spiritual contract with yourself to say, I matter. My goals matter. My life is shifting now. Let me tell you something about success that most people don't want to hear. It doesn't come overnight. It comes from consistency. It comes from tiny actions compounded over time. And when you zoom into that truth, the 90-day rule becomes the most potent formula for transformation. The concept is simple: commit to doing something every day, aligned with your vision for 90 days. No exceptions. No, I'll skip today and double up tomorrow. This isn't about perfection. It's about commitment. Momentum. Clarity. When you live with the intention for just 90 days, your entire identity can evolve. Your mindset shifts. Your self-worth expands. You become magnetic to the life you once only dreamed about. So let's go deeper. Why 90 days? Why not 30 or 60? Because psychologically, 90 days is just long enough to break out of your old habits and create brand new neurological patterns without overwhelming your system. It's not a year. It's not a decade. It's 12 weeks. 3 months. A single season of your life where you give yourself full permission to grow. If you've ever said, I'll start tomorrow, or next week I'll get serious, this is your invitation to stop waiting and start creating. Imagine waking up 3 months from now in a life that feels aligned. Your body feels better. Your finances look stronger. Your mind feels clearer. You are no longer negotiating with your potential. You are no longer living in the shadows of procrastination. That's what the 90-day rule delivers, not because it's a hack, but because it's a mindset shift wrapped in action. Let's break it down emotionally, because this isn't just about productivity, it's about purpose. Most of us crave change, but change feels terrifying when we're used to chaos. We tell ourselves stories like, I've never been consistent before, so why now? But here's the truth: you are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not your fear. You are pure potential wrapped in human experience. The 90-day rule helps you separate who you've been from who you're becoming. In the first 30 days, you start feeling the resistance. Your old self will want to self-sabotage. Your brain will whisper, let's just skip today. But that's the point. That's where you grow. The discomfort is where your new identity starts to take root. You're not just forming habits, you're reprogramming your self-belief. You're showing your nervous system that it's safe to evolve. You're choosing discipline over distraction. In days 31 to 60, something magical begins to unfold. You start seeing results. Maybe it's a few pounds dropped. Maybe it's better sleep. Maybe it's an inbox that no longer feels like a source of anxiety. But even deeper than that, your energy starts to shift. You carry yourself differently. You start thinking, I really might be able to do this. And then, by the time you enter that final 30-day stretch, you are no longer trying to become the best version of yourself, you are her. You're not pretending. You're not performing. You're living in your truth. This isn't just for entrepreneurs. It's not just for people chasing fitness goals. This is for anyone who is tired of watching their life from the sidelines. This is for the dreamer who is finally ready to become the doer. Let's talk about the emotional layers. Because we live in a world where hustle is glamorized but healing is ignored. The 90-day rule gives you both. You're not just chasing goals, you're learning to trust yourself again. To believe in your word. To reconnect with your vision. It's about building confidence from the inside out. And when you honor your commitments to yourself, you stop looking for validation from others. You stop settling. You stop playing small. Now, let's make this tangible. You don't need to change your whole life in 90 days. You just need to pick one area and start there. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's your mindset. The key is focus. You can't do everything at once. But you can do one thing relentlessly. Want to become more confident? Show up for yourself every day. Journal your thoughts. Speak kindly to your reflection. Set boundaries. Protect your energy. Want to build a business? Show up for your audience every day. Create content. Make offers. Serve your community. Learn. Pivot. Keep going. Want to heal your self-worth? Spend time with yourself. Meditate. Read books written by women who've done the work. Start with 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think by Brianna Wiest or The Mountain Is You. They're both healing and real. The key to the 90-day rule is that you define the mission. No one else gets to tell you what success looks like. You get to choose. You are the author of this season of your life. And let's not sugarcoat it, it won't always feel easy. There will be days when you want to give up. Days when you question your worth. Days when your old patterns try to pull you back into comfort. That's normal. That's human. But the 90-day rule reminds you that you are stronger than your excuses. That your future is more important than your fear. That discipline is an act of self-love. Now, if you're watching this and you've been stuck in the same cycle for months or even years, I want you to hear me clearly: you are not broken. You are not behind. You're just unaligned. And 90 days of conscious effort can change everything. But only if you decide to begin. So here's your invitation: choose one goal. Commit to one aligned action per day. Track your progress. Reflect often. And do it for 90 days. Create a vision board if you want to. But let's be real, tools only work if you do. And your power doesn't come from a planner or journal. It comes from deciding that you're worth the effort. That you're no longer waiting to be chosen. That you are the damn assignment. Here's something most successful people won't tell you: they didn't always feel ready either. They just got tired of their own excuses. They got tired of shrinking. And they started showing up scared. Showing up tired. Showing up uncertain. But they showed up. That's the 90-day rule in motion. And when you commit, things start to move. People notice your glow. Opportunities start aligning. Your confidence becomes unshakable. Because you no longer rely on motivation, you've built momentum. You become a woman in motion. A woman with purpose. A woman with boundaries. A woman who is too focused on building her dream life to entertain distractions. That's the energy the 90-day rule cultivates. It turns, maybe one day, into, this is happening now. And that kind of woman, she's unstoppable. So start today. Don't overthink it. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a decision. You need to commit. Give yourself permission to grow, to be messy, to make mistakes, but don't quit. Here's what happens when you stay the course: in 90 days, your habits evolve. In 90 days, your self-trust is unshakable. In 90 days, you become the kind of person who finishes what she starts. And maybe, just maybe, you fall in love with the process more than the destination. That's real success. That's real freedom. So if you've made it this far into this video, this is your sign. Your soul is ready. Your life is waiting. And your next level? It's just 90 days away.